interested in terms of an internship program, I'd love to hear from you. There's a contact information on that page. And so what we do is we go into companies, and the kind of companies we go to, if they have like a parking demand problem, they have too many cars coming in, and they don't want to avoid building a parking lot, they come in, we talk to them and find out how much they need to reduce parking demand. And we do that by promoting, measuring, and rewarding alternative transportation, biking, carpooling, transit. And how we do that is we transform the daily commute into a competitive game between co-workers within that company, where they can win prizes for biking to work, carpooling, transit. And it generates tremendous buzz and gets people to participate, changes their behaviour, and it's incredibly cost effective and drives down SOV use, which means solo occupancy vehicle. And so it's incredibly cost effective, cost efficient, and
City of Santa Cruz is doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe we can get the City of San Jose to do it.
City of Santa Cruz has been using it since 2006. SAP in Palo Alto, they were using it, and they avoided a valet parking service. They were using valet parking because they had very limited resources. That saved them $100,000 a year. And lawyers, we've had law firms using it. And
you know, actually, if I can add one thing that make that
Sure.
connection here, we just passed earlier this year at the Air District a commuter benefits program, and it actually requires every employer in the Bay Area that has more than 50 employees, even if it's spread amongst different sites, to give some kind of commuter benefit to their employees.
Right, that fits in perfectly with that, absolutely.
Yeah. And so it could be an EcoPass, the PTA, it could be a Google bus, that would qualify, it could be a tax credit in order for them to get their own pass. So this connects very closely to what you're doing.
Yes.
And I'd be happy to help connect you with some of the companies.
That sounds great.
That have to comply.
Thank you. And so yeah, for companies that comply with this measure, they have to provide data. And this system, we provide the technology for employees to get online, say how often they bike to work, carpool, so we can see actual data on terms of how they commute month by month, week by week, and so yeah, it helps with that reporting.
So a couple ecos. You get a hold of Mr. Cholera through me, asking me questions, and Paul. Now he mentioned an internship program. It sounds all formal. We're just going to do an informal thing. 3 to 5 hours. You do a little research with him, talk to him about what he needs to help this effort go, and you do some of the research, make a few calls, and we'll work it out. You get extra credit for doing that, for working with him. So there you go.
Thanks a lot. Thanks,
Joe.
Joe.
The two of them are now going to go and talk as they walk across campus. Maybe you'll even get to put this into your next city council meeting or something. He'll send you some info.
Thanks, Joe.
But thanks a lot for coming, and let's give him a hand for being here. More later.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Thanks, Joe.
Yeah. See ya.
See you back in Santa Cruz.
Yeah.
Might be on the bus next time.
And we rode our bikes to the bus and then rode the bus over here. My bike's still here. He locked his bike up at Santa Cruz. But anyway. Hey,
See
have
you
a
later,
great
Joe.
day.
Thanks very much.
Keep cool. It's supposed to be hot. Heat wave rolling in. Bye-bye. Well, mission accomplished. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty interesting stuff. You can go ahead and stop. Well, actually, you know what? We're going to go over the final here, so you can keep recording. So, courtesy of Nia, he's going to post another. Have you been looking at the other links he put up? Okay, good. I think I let you know about the last one, right? It was only a 20-minute thing or something. Okay, so I've got these exams here, and I would say all the rest of the time until about a half an hour from now, when we will then have 20 minutes left, we will go over the final, and you just ask me all the questions you want, and you put away all your electronic devices except for that thing for recording, and you can ask me questions. You can write yourself notes. You can have a piece of paper and a pencil on your desk, and that's all. And let's do it. And here's the deal. I want to make sure you're aware of this. The final for most of you is the 22nd. For 2 of you, it's the 20th, right? Pretty early in the morning. Oh, you're going to do that too. Okay. 20th here. And if there's some other class in here that day, at that time, we'll just go somewhere. That time of year, nobody's here. So, but even after the final, if you don't do as well as would be necessary for the grade you want, then I will work with you. But this absolutely has to be kept totally secret. I mean, for some reason, I get in trouble for offering this to you. And so you just, it's stays in here, okay? So after the final, I'll work with you, I'll come to where you are, you come to where I am, and we talk until you get it right, and then you get the grade you want. I mean, everybody wants an A, right? Well, in some cases, it's gonna take way more work than in other cases to get an A. It's up to you how long. I will work with you all the way until time Z, which is the end of this month, when your grades are due. I will work with you as much as you can stand, all the way up until then. I'll keep telling you where your grade needle stands, you know, and we'll get it all worked out. So, okay. By the way, I wrote a letter, speaking of politics and elected leaders. Sam Farr is a congressperson, U.S. representative from Santa Cruz area in Monterey. I wrote him a letter about the issue of what CCL, Citizens Climate Lobby, stands for, which is what? The carbon tax, where you pay to pollute. That's the way this country and the world should be run. If you want to use the atmosphere as a dump, you pay. Okay, a carbon tax. But this is a fee and dividend. You pay a tax, but you also get a yearly check from the government. It's revenue neutral. All that money goes for good things like solar. It penalizes bad, dirty energy and rewards good energy because you pay out less. Anyway, Citizens Climate Lobby is on it. They are the best organization, really sharp, savvy people. So I wrote a letter to Sam Farr, the Citizens Climate Lobby, that we have monthly meetings of groups. We write letters to our leaders. And anyway, this was my letter. And it's very informal because I've run into Sam out in the wild, down in Big Sur, and a few other places. But anyway, the meat of it is right in the middle. So just read this and keep it as an example of something that I'd like to see you folks get involved in doing more of. And you know, getting in touch with our so-called leaders and getting them with the program, educating them. Not only, I mean, they may say, you might think, well, they already know about all this stuff. Well, yeah, they do, but you know what? They need to hear that their constituents care about it. Because what they'll tell their fellow representatives, well, green just isn't very big. It's not on people's, at the top of their list. It's at the bottom of their list. Well, this is what moves it to the top, okay? You understand what I'm saying? And Lynn, did you get one? So, I'm just giving you all the stuff that I have to bring over here today before we get to the exams. Okay. And you all still have this, right? Does anybody still need this baby? The geological timeline? Will, do you need this? It's the geological timeline. You're going to have this with you on the final, right?
Oh, I do need that.
You do need this?
Yeah, I do need it.
Anybody else? Everybody has this. Okay. Don't lose it. It's my last one. Bring it with you on the final. Go ahead and read it. Read it before the final. Any comments on that, by the way, while I fish around in here for the exams? Any comments or questions? Is everybody clear on the 2 ecos? You send me some questions for this guy that you would have liked to have had time to ask him today. I will get his answers and I will send them back to all of you. I'll compile all the questions and all of his answers. Pretty cool, huh? You get some extra credit for doing that. Okay. Oh, by the way, very important, I've been carrying around forever these old quizzes of yours, or something, that I have marked up. Not that one. That was just some basic survey questions. But, yes, these. This is something you all turned in a long time ago. Remember the long-term carbon cycle, carbonate silicate cycle? And I made some marks on here, which might help you in getting ready for the final. So, yeah, just on your way out, get your paper from here, okay? This is to remind you not to forget. Tables right there. I don't want to take time right now to sort out who got one. But let's get on with this, the good part here. Alrighty then. So, each of these is 3 sheets. I didn't staple them together or anything because it just makes it probably less convenient for you. And I printed 5 of them so that you could pair up and look at them, but actually we only have how many people in here today from my class?
How many questions are on the final?
What's that?
How many questions are on the final?
The multiple choice part has 50 questions, and they're all on here. So get with somebody else and you work together. Make sure you got 3 completely different sheets of questions here. One of them is only single sided. Make sure you got three completely different sheets. I'm not even sure. Okay. We got all the cameras and everything away? No. That's it. We got 8 people. And you guys can pair up. Or you can work with whoever else you want. So just work amongst yourselves a little bit. You know, find all the ones you know how to do right away. And then get down to the ones that nobody knows the answer to or that you really want to hear more about. Okay? So take 5 or 10 unstructured minutes here. And you can check it out. In fact, you could share with your friend Erica there if you want. By the way, what's your name, by the way?
My name is Lance.
Lens, our first guest student for the semester, friend of Erica. And what's your major here?
I'm actually a major at UC Santa Cruz in mathematics and physics.
Cool. And what was the last name?
Dual major in math and
Oh,
physics.
great. I got a graduate degree there. We'll have to talk more.
We got some. The library is.
If anybody, is it too much of a pain the way I've done it? I do have 1 or 2 more here. If you want to just be all by yourself. Does everybody have 3 different sheets, completely different sheets?
Wait, latitude is this way or is it this way? Longitude.
Okay. So,
Yeah, I think it's like
make them 4 sheets.
that. Yeah, I mean this could go this way.
This one? Okay, good. Maybe there's 4 different sheets. Yeah, because I'm ending up with more pieces of paper. So you're missing the graphs also? Okay. That's why. I thought I should. Okay. You have a sheet that looks like, I think there's actually 4. You have a sheet that looks like. Let's see all the ones you have. Okay.
Oh. We don't have that.
Okay, well, I'm out of.
There's another page.
There's another page you're missing. I guess I should have stapled them. Just go ahead and work on what you got. We'll get.
Yeah, let's start on a different one together.
You know what?
Yeah, I think so too. It's not winter rain. I don't think it's winter rain.
Hey guys, you're borrowing this from them. Apparently I don't have enough of these. So look at this one first and then give it back to 3 here, okay? I'll be right back.
High latitudes, mid latitudes, tropics, and high latitudes. Majority of the sunset is
Anybody else that's missing any sheets, they're all here. Find what you need.
majority of the
In the
sunset.
north, you just want to keep going north. I don't know about higher. Yeah, because the higher you go, the cooler it is. Sometimes I have fuzzy watch.
Skies. Troposphere is where we are at.
This is for you.
Stratosphere is
My way right is the extra. Warmer.
which is the, I would say mid latitude.
Just weird. It's just a weird questions.
That is crazy. So I'm just gonna pick one.
Sea level first drop. I'm not sure.
Let's just skip that one.
Okay.
But the nicest stop.
is the way you read it.
Yeah, because we actually.
The most of the energy from the sun, sun's directly overhead, sun is directly overhead. Okay, yeah, we'll just say Trump is asking that.
And it's not this one,
Okay, why is that?
because it's keep on, the CO2 level keep on increasing.